Yo, players, traders, and haters, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy D, and this is D's Daily DD. Hope you had an amazing weekend, right? Hope things popped off for you. Hope you saw some friends and family or made some money if you were busy working, all that stuff, right? I always wish the best for my subscribers and my viewers, of course, because I like to spread positive energy. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? So don't take it as that. Take it for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right. So tomorrow's an important day for AMC. We got the earnings call coming up, and not so much that the earnings and the fundamentals matter for the short squeeze, but they do matter for the company and for the longevity of the company. And the longer the shorts stay in this, and the longer the retail investors and the AMC shareholders stay in this, well, the longer this thing is going to go on, right? But we always have to have a plan. You have to keep your eye on the ball. And right now, with what I've been seeing, the information out there is that I think the shorts are still in trouble. They haven't left because they still think they're going to win. But hopefully with tomorrow's earnings call, I don't have a future teller. I'm not a future teller. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't predict the future. But I look at the data in front of me and I make my best educated decision, right? And I hope you do too. I hope you make, the best decision for yourself, for your financial situation, for your family, your needs, whatever it is, right? Always do your own DD and research as well. So I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell, right? But, I think tomorrow is an important day for AMC. I'm going to tell you what usually happens after the earnings call. It is positive. Typically, there's only been, I think, one time where it hasn't been positive after the earnings as far as like the stock price. So personally, I think we are at, the lows in the short term. I think we will start to see a reversal. We'll start to see some upward action. Also because of what's going on with the elections and, the broader picture of things. So tomorrow is election day, and tomorrow there's also a lunar eclipse, which I think is pretty cool, but it's crazy that it lands on tomorrow. So there must be, just a lot of energy revolving around tomorrow because you got AMC earnings, Disney earnings, Lucid earnings, election day, and so forth, right? Cool. So let's jump into the information that I want to show y'all real quick. Let's start here. And this has to do a little bit with Credit Suisse. In this picture, right, kind of tells what's going on there. And this is a website called efinancialcareers.com, and they're kind of summarizing what's going on, but it's some of their forex. I don't trade forex, but it looks like it's going to be a difficult week for FX salespeople and traders at Credit Suisse. Following swathes of job cuts last week, insiders say another deep round of cuts is due today. Man, so they're just shaving jobs left and right. They're getting rid of people left and right. Job cuts everywhere. So if they're losing most of their traders, I don't understand how they plan to come back and make a comeback. Because right, as we saw in the third quarter, Credit Suisse lost $4 billion alone, just them. And so I don't understand how they want to talk about other companies and other stocks right now when they are the ones that are looking like this. Okay. So I just want to start with that. So when they put out, that price target of AMC, it means nothing to me because I think they're holding the shorts. Personally, I don't know, I don't have proof, but I think they have shorts, AMC shorts, GME shorts on their books, which they are trying to see how they're going to cover. Okay. And here we go. If the Swiss National Bank ain't selling, neither am I. The bank scooped up AMC stock. It also bought Uber and Lyft. This is, just to show you what's going on Twitter. Today marks exactly 9 months of AMC's utilization at 100%. Not many other $6 stocks could be this manipulated. Let's see. Meta expected to cut jobs in half. Let's pump it to 5% to burn all the puts. Rigged Fugazi market. See, just what people are saying out here, right? Credit Suisse, right here today, they were down quite a bit. If you look at their chart, it looks pretty bad. That was earlier in the day. It made a little bounce back or whatever, but right now the markets have some volatility in them. So yeah, I just want to kind of go through these. Yeah, it makes no sense. Today, Cinemark was up and IMAX was up and AMC was down. So it's making a little comeback, but still. How do you have these other smaller companies that don't have the shareholder base like AMC? It doesn't have the attention that AMC has. And so you continue to see the price of AMC go down, but it's okay. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you why I think they're doing this, the shorts. Right here. Oh, this was the main one I want to show you. Billions in capital calls threaten capital calls. Those are margin calls, by the way. It's another term for it, right? The way I see it, because margin capital threaten to wreak havoc on global stocks, bonds, cash-strapped investors forced to consider stock bond sales. Consider stock bond sales. Whew. Things are heating up out there. And yeah, Meta will reportedly lay off thousands of workers this week. Meta stock is down 72% over the last year. So there you go. I wanted to point that out. I noticed this tweet a couple days ago, and I hope it means that Ape is almost sold out. That's what I'm thinking personally. I know he's talking about some, movie thing that he's gonna go do, but hopefully this is a code, right, for Ape is almost sold out. That's what I would like to see. Just some basics. AMC is scheduled to report its third quarter results tomorrow. And not so much that I'm interested in the numbers of that. I'm interested in the outlook and if what kind of update Adam Aaron has. And because he's been pretty quiet, I've noticed actually. There's been other earnings where he kind of hints and puts things out before. But it looks like, they're keeping things kind of quiet. So hopefully it's quietness that will bring a big surprise. But yeah, let's see. The consensus mark for revenues is pegged at 967 million compared with the year ago reported figure of 763 million. So that's a green, number there, up from last year. And the consensus estimate for loss per share has narrowed to 25 cents over the past 7 days from 27 cents per share. Okay. So those are the expected numbers for tomorrow. We'll see what they actually put out. And this is just real quick, the MC chart. I don't see it having much more room to go. I think, it's interesting how the shorts haven't closed out. I personally think it's because they don't have the cash to do it right now. And if they, are over leveraged, well, of course, it's bad news for them, good news for the AMC shareholders. But I think this little, section is going to turn a pivot here, and we're going to start to make our way back up. What I did want to show you here, let me see, that's Ape. And look how barcoded Ape is. This was a barcode, they let it run a little more, and then it's back to barcoding right now. But the dates as far as AMC and its earnings, just pay attention to this. What I noticed is the E's right here are the earnings, okay? So let's go back 3 earnings here at least that you have. The earnings report, and then it gets mad shorted. So I do expect some more down pressure, but then, we'll see a bounce. And then that's when it ripped all the way to this point, which was 35 back then before the dividend. Now it's 22 on this chart. And then they shorted it back down. You have another earnings. This was a slower grind up, but it definitely did start moving up, after the earnings. And then here we have another one again, earnings, where it shot up. I think it was where it was the day on earnings, it dipped hard. And I remember it was a Thursday, and then the Friday, the one after that, the next day, it started pumping up. Yeah, that was this earnings. They shorted it, and then boom, you saw a nasty green day, and it went up. And then ever since then, which is a long time, it's been going down, right? And the dividend was issued around here, the Ape dividend. So this will be the first earnings that we have with the Ape dividend involved. But personally, looking at this chart, or actually the lines moved, but I expect a reversal here coming up. This is Ape. There's nothing much to see here right now. I'm looking to see what the update is with Adam Aaron, see what he has to say about it. Hopefully he'll say something about it, right? Because to me, this is all shorting. This is a big short attack. And around this time was when they were supposed to cover the 43 million FTDs. So the fact that the price went down that much just makes no sense to me. And then this is GME right now. So as you can see, it's tested that multiple times, the breakout up here. So it looks like it wants to break out. And I believe it will break up because it's already bounced along this line so much. And it has not lost this support line since January, right? Yeah, the other thing with AMC, the reason I expect a reversal too is because the RSI is already at the bottom, and usually, I don't know the amount of time, but within the next few weeks, I would expect this RSI to start making its way back up, because it can't just, that's not how it works. Look, if you look in the past, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. Now it's down, so of course I would expect it to start moving up. So yeah, I just want to point that out with GME. Of course, I have GME shares, I have AMC shares, I got Lucid shares. Recently, I got into Polygon at a really good price actually. So that position is up, and not financial advice. Do what you want to do. Most of the day today, just to touch on this, and we'll wrap up the video. 0 shares reported for most of the day, only 154 shares in the ETFs. So to me, that's looking quite scarce, which is good, because there is a big surprise tomorrow, and it could be with Disney, right? Nothing's out there yet, not officially, but maybe something with Disney, maybe something with Netflix, something with Abe, something with Hycroft, right? That's what I'm paying attention to. Some kind of extra news on top of AMC, right? And we'll see what happens with the earnings, but I want to point that out. And then, as I said, I'm waiting for the government or the Fed, the banks, to raise the rates again, because now you finally see this little pivot here, and I expect the cost to borrow for AMC, the red line, to start moving up and getting more expensive for the shorts to hold their short positions, right? And the available shares too. You see, the past few days it's gone down dramatically compared to this day when there was 2.6 million shares on October 24th. Right. So yeah, guys, remember, that's why the shorts look super desperate to me right now, is because this is the Volkswagen squeeze, and a lot of people reference it. But the same thing happened, like where you had these runs, you had a run up, and this was already about over 100%, right? That it doubled, and then it came crashing down. So this is, in my opinion, what's happening right now with AMC and Ape, that they're just shorting it because they're so desperate. And then I expect, hopefully some crazy price action like this back in 2008 on Volkswagen. Nothing is guaranteed, but I'm just showing you the fact that how hard they shorted it before this thing popped. And yeah, we're right there. 4.65 days to cover. 104 million shares on loan for AMC. 20% short interest with 60% off exchange, almost 61% dark pool volume, which we don't know what goes on in there, with 0 shares available. Okay, guys, that's all the info I got. Those are my thoughts right now. What I'm looking at, and yeah, we won't know, officially what is going to happen with the AMC news until we get that report tomorrow, earnings. I believe it's after the market closes. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Thanks for coming by, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Catch you in the next one.